This message is for you. If you are feeling squeezed through a portal, if you feel like you're losing your mind, if the world has dropped out from underneath you and you're not sure if you're Arthur or Martha, or you might be feeling crystalline, magically clear, more clearer than you've ever been before, this message is for you. So I have a really strong message to share with you. I'm going to share this live stream, and then I'm going to jump in and drop through into this message that is pouring through for you. And I just have a feeling that I went live on the right page. Hilarious. Okay. Let me share this live stream and I'll be there present with you. It's really strong energy. Let me know where you're tuning in from around the world with this strong energy. There's a lot of hype around these eclipses, and I really want to speak about that. I really want to speak to these pieces because there's a lot of fear around it, but there's really a lot of potent power around it, and I feel that that's where a lot of fear is. You have to remember that when you are following soul and you're always in the right place at the right time, when you trust your intuition, when you're a wandering gypsy magic person who always follows their soul and intuition and does their thing, you are going to always be in the right place at the right time. Who feels that? Who follows their soul? Who connects and just lives intuitively? And who believes that they are always in the right place, just doing exactly what they need to do in this moment all the time? Like, do you believe that at your core? Because if so, you're sweet. Okay. So let me pull this back. All right. What is the actual message that wants to come through? Okay. The energies right now are strong, and we are also in a time of stepping into your power. There are some people who are just like so in the eclipse, and then there's some people who are just like, oh, there's an eclipse on? Oh, that's right. And this is really what the big shift has been lately, that there is so much energy that is being channeled into your purpose that you have forgotten about the eclipses, for example. Now, there's a lot of hype, as we know, about all the stuff, and then there's a lot of people that just don't even know that it's going on still, okay? And we have to remember that. Now, every time that when the media is making us focus on something, when the media is making us focus on something, I am always like, everyone's like this, and I'm like, so what's going on over here behind the Wizard of Oz curtain that they're not wanting us to look at? That's where we're not getting sucked in, and that's when what else is going on over here? And this is where we hold in, I don't know if the position is the right words, we hold in that place of the divine light and the divine dark, the light and the dark. This is where we're able to stay in our power. This is where we're able to really hone our energy and do your purpose work rather than getting sucked in and pulled into all those things. Because the thing is that whatever happens on the eclipse, I'm like, it's gonna happen, right? It's not in your control. What is in your control is your choice to follow soul and always be in the right place at the right time and channel your purpose work and not get distracted. Now, in saying that, these energies are poised to support you in stepping into a new timeline of your life. eclipses are renowned for things coming to light that have been buried in the subconscious, for projections to be deeply brought to the surface. So there's a lot of arguing, disagreements, everybody's on edge, you know, around the eclipse seasons. And this one is really heightened more so than any others because of the 20-year moving into the Aquarius. Like, there's a lot of astrological stuff. Apparently there's comets going around. Like, there's a lot of astronomical activity going on at this time. And so there is a lot of energies playing into not just this eclipse, but this entire year. This is a transition year that I've been talking about a lot with a lot of people because we are in an immense shift in change. So this particular eclipse is really poised. Your manifestation is coming to reality. Yes, in essence, that we know that what we focus on grows. We know that, right? We also know that reality has been changing. We also know that consciousness is awakening, and a lot of people are awake that weren't awake 5 years ago, 3 years ago. And that's creating a really rapid shift on the planet with everybody. And that's why everyone's like, what's happening? Because reality is changing and nobody's talking about it, so to speak. The other part with this is that these energies that we're in right now in the eclipse, like this particular eclipse is, I don't know how to articulate the words, like every eclipse is potent in releasing your past and eclipsing out of your life anything that's no longer in alignment, and bringing subconscious to the surface to be healed, subconscious to the conscious to be healed. Hence a lot of arguing, or, you know, things are just dropping away and you're like, wow, what just happened, right? And that's eclipses. But this particular one is really potent, and it's kind of interesting that the media is like putting all this attention onto it. I'll get to all that in a moment. It's like when they're focusing on it, it's like, yeah, this one's really significant, so to speak. In essence of, eclipses are renowned for releasing all that, but this particular one is really poised for stepping into the timeline of your life that, like, it's time. Like, I don't know how to articulate the words anymore, but the power behind you at the moment or around you with these eclipse energies, like whatever you're wanting to come in and step out into the world in who you are, is solidifying the next 20 years of your life, right? The astrological pieces are really like the choices you make this year are laying solid foundations for the next 20 years of your life. What do you want to be doing for the next 20 years? For real. Do you want to be dredging up these cycles anymore? Or is it really time to feel the fear and do it anyway and step into who you're really wanting to be? Because that is the potency of, as I said, this year. But this eclipse has such a strong piece in supporting you in that. And it's like, boom, here we are. It's really, really strong. And you know, living your best life. Yes, right? It's time. And this is the piece here where, it's interesting. You said that, so I've got my computer. So the Devil's Comet, you saw the Devil's Comet. It's so interesting, the Devil's Comet. So I haven't really looked into too much because I've just been focusing on purpose because anything's a distraction, right? And the Devil's Comet, I did see something about that actually, the comets and stuff. And I actually replied to, someone also tagged me in, like, I don't know, how do we know this stuff's true, right? Whatever. Anyway, the point is that someone tagged me in this globe, you might have seen it, and like the polar, don't quote me on this, it was like the polar, you know, the polar thermal thing goes in a certain direction and it's actually going in the opposite direction now. It's actually changed. And I'm like, well, that's a pole shift. Like, that can only happen when a pole shift happens, like in my logical brain trying to figure it out, right? And in myself, I'm like, well, that makes sense. I'm like, pole shift. I'm like, of course that's going to shift. Now then the comet as well, interesting, they're calling it the Devil's Comet when light bringers come in. So a few things with comets, asteroids, things that come to Earth, they're actually beings coming to Earth, bringing a different frequency and vibration. Now it's kind of interesting that they show us stuff in movies, and I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, it's the first episode of the second season of Game of Thrones, and like the opening scene is they're walking through, like, I don't know, forest or something, and the comet's going through the sky, and I can't remember what they said, but it's like something that, like, they call it the devil's, that, you know, today they're calling it the devil's comet because it signifies a whole new, like, I want to say power shift. And in Game of Thrones, that came through, and then all hell broke loose, you know, in the coming seasons. Like, all the powers that were in power started to break away and the whole structure changed. Hence, isn't it interesting that the power people, also called Mother of Dragons, exactly right. Yeah, the Game of Thrones, right on it. And it's the year of the dragon, isn't it? It's the year of the dragon. So this devil's comet, because their whole structure, the people who even call things devils, their whole structure hierarchy is about to fall. And they know that when that comet comes, it's a sign of that. It's written in the stars. It's written in the TV shows. They know this stuff. So are they building bunkers? No, don't go there. You get the point, right? Alongside this is that there is these energies that are so strong. And it's really important that you can harness where your focus is. And I just finished recording the chakra consciousness reading for April. I'll release that tomorrow, so keep an eye out for it. And it's really strong at the throat chakra, around the subconscious projections are being healed. And, you know, there's sort of two parts. You'll either be in one or the other right now, where you're still feeling quite lost and treading on the treadmill, like you're running in circles, you know, like not sure what's happening, everything's falling away, you're just like, and then there's the other people who might be feeling like so clear, never felt so clear before, this is what I'm doing, I'm ready to step out, like this is where I'm at. And so you'll be on either one of these spectrums, I guess, at the eclipse, and there's no wrong or right, no good or better than the other. It's just that there's two sort of places where you might be over this eclipse. And if you're feeling lost and confused, I would highly recommend, I'm actually going to release the first workshop of Unhook Me for free for you to view, because it is so potent. I channeled that this morning and it was next level through the roof. So if you want to watch the first workshop for free, just comment Unhook Me and I'll send you that and you can watch it, because that will really help you in this, like, where are you, and treading water. And if you're going through relationship breakup cycle, like stuff, and like all of that, Unhook Me, I would definitely watch that. So I'm letting you have access for free for the first workshop, because it's next level. That will really help you. So the other side of it is that this is where people feel really, really clear and on path. They've never felt so clear before. Their energy's clear, their mind's clear. They're like, oh my God, what was that I was in all that time? Like, you're just like, oh my God, like this makes so much sense and I'm so clear now. Like, this is the healing, this is the shift. So when we look at the clear, okay, this is a stage before this. So those of you who are not feeling clear yet, know that you're almost there, okay? Unhooking and energetically cleaning up from these cyclic patterns that have been holding you captive for eons is part of stepping into your new life. Now, those who are already feeling here and clear and in their new life, I am also stepping into a new iteration and version of me, and I am releasing your first million. This is a 2-week immersion for people who know they're born for more, who know they are destined for $1 million life and beyond, who know that they've been through the ringer and they have wisdom to share, but they're not sure how to articulate that and put that into their offerings, their business, and create their first $1 million, let alone their first 1,000 in their business. So if you're feeling clear and you know that you're in this direction, your first million might just be for you. So I'll be releasing that. And so you can comment 1 million below, and I'll send you that when I also release that. It's like, oh, so this is the next version. Like, where do you want to be in the next 20 years? Not in the next 20 years, for the next 20 years. Do you want to be continuing on these cycles? Or are you ready to step into the best version of you? Are you ready to live your best goddamn life and have the time of your life no matter what's going on in the world? Because whilst the moon cycles and the eclipses and the energies are so important to be aware of, we don't want to focus and get dredged down on them. If you're getting dredged down in them, it's just the subconscious stuff that needs to be healed, that it's trying to bring into your awareness, yeah? And so when you can really work with these cycles like Unhook Me and work on the energetic clearings, and like I said, I'm offering that first workshop for free because it was so damn potent, and when I was doing it, I was like, everyone needs to hear this. So I'm offering that for free. So if you want to watch the first workshop, comment Unhook Me. Otherwise, if you're feeling clear and you know you want to live your best life and you are destined for purpose-made millions, this is heart and soul-led, purpose-driven, soul-fueled, putting your purpose into articulation out into the world. Your first million is definitely for you. We're starting on the 21st of April, and it's a 2-week immersion. And this is like, given what Unhook Me just did, this is gonna be massive in your first million. Okay, so what else do I need to share about the eclipse, the squeezing, the portal? Is there anything else that I need to share about these energies? So these energies will unravel for the next week, 3 weeks. So we know that on an eclipse, you know, I always talk about the 3 days before and tomorrow. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So technically Friday, so Saturday, yeah, Friday, Saturday, we're starting to step into, depending on where you are in the world, Friday, Saturday, we're really stepping into the window of the eclipse. So you know how I always talk about there's like a 3-day window either side of the full moon, and it is a new moon total solar eclipse. I am holding the new moon total eclipse ceremony. I hold it in the full moon ceremony group. So if you're already in there, you already get access to it. Bonus, you get a total solar eclipse. And then if you want to join in for the ceremony that's happening on Monday, just comment moon below and I'll pop that in. Can you stay stuck in between? Yeah, and so this is a transitionary period, yeah, in Unhook Me. So I did the first workshop today, I got another 2 to go, and then the Q&A on Sunday. I talk about this transition because there is a transition from here to here to here. And I was going to say there is a way to fast track it, and there's not. It's part of a process. And in this middle phase, it's really getting clear. Like, you might not be fully clear on what you know you want yet. You're clear on what you don't want, and you're still getting clear on what you want. And stepping into like even what your purpose is. Like, a lot of people come out of deep healing and they're like, I don't know what my purpose is, or I don't know what that is. And as we lead into your first million, this is like getting really clear on what is your purpose even. Like, if I was to create $1 million business, but what is my purpose? Like, I don't know. Like, I just like this healing stuff and I like this, but is that my purpose? And maybe you've like tried to start doing it in your business and you stopped, or you just like, do you know what I mean? Like, we go into all of that. So Unhook Me really covers the transitionary period, and then your first million steps you into like, what is your purpose? How do you articulate that and pop that into a business structure to create purpose-driven millions? Yeah. Okay. What else do I need to pass on the message for? I'm just checking these comments here. Okay, what else do I need to share about the message for the eclipses? Okay, their focus. Yeah, so I'll be, like I said, I just recorded, so I'll be releasing the chakra consciousness reading for April tomorrow, next 24 hours or so, so keep an eye out for that. There's a really special thing happening in it, like in the chakra consciousness reading for April. So I'm so excited to release that. So you'll see it. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. Watch that reading, because I did, even though it was the chakra reading for April, I'm like, this is the eclipse energy that we're in. And so working with the chakras of the different energies that are coming up for the eclipse was actually really strong as well. So make sure you watch that, keep an eye out for that. Because one of the cards that's coming to mind is Archangel Michael, and it was crystal clear intention and focus. And so even if you're in the nasty, roundabout energy, unhooking energy, let's call it unhooking, because it's really what it is. If you're still in the unhooking cyclic phase, I like that, that's way better, okay? I love that terminology. If you're still in the unhooking cyclic phase, know that you can still focus where you want to go, even if you don't know where you want to go, because actually you do know where you want to go. You don't want to be where you are anymore, because it doesn't bring joy to your heart anymore. And that's why you're unhooking. That's why you're doing what you're doing. That's why you're going through what you're going through, because it doesn't bring you joy anymore. Your souls are not aligned and you don't want to be there anymore. So when you are unhooking, you're still clear that you want joy in your heart. Now that might bring a lot of grief, and it's the perfect time to grieve when you are not like when you're fresh in it, or maybe old stuff is coming up. Let yourself feel the grief, because that's going to help unhooking. You know, and your focus is on healing, but your focus is also on, like, I want the happiness back in my heart. And there can be a lot of grief because you've got to a point where it's not happy in your heart anymore. And that's where the forgiveness comes in around forgiving yourself. And in that can just be grief for the forgiveness. Like, it's like forgiveness and grief go hand in hand. Like, it's not like, oh, I forgive myself, it's fine. Like, and actually still you've got so much grief and you're upset. Like, you know, I'm always like, fuck forgiveness. Let yourself feel the grief, because that's where your power is. There's so much power in grief. There really is. There's so many gifts and wisdom and lessons in there, and you can still be focusing on where you want to be, i.e. happy heart, whatever that is for you in your life, okay? I want to be happy. You might not know what that is exactly. You might not be crystal clear, but you're crystal clear that you want to be happy. You don't want to feel like this anymore. And this is why you're going through this grief. This is why you're going through this unhooking of these cyclic cycles, because you don't want to feel this way anymore. I'm done. Like, I'm done. I am done. So the message is focus. You can still be in deep grief and unhooking and going through all of that, and still be crystal clear that you want happiness, and that's going to pull you to the higher timeline. Because this eclipse right now is so poised for switching you over to this higher timeline. Like, it's so strong. And again, sorry, that's what I was saying before, like, you've got 3 days either side of the eclipse of any moon, right? So full moon or new moon. So 3 days either side is like, whoop, we get sucked into it and you'll notice. So just keep an energetic, intuitive eye out, was what I say, in being aware of your energy and your aura and everything going on around you and feelings and all those things. It's just an energetic, intuitive eye, just to keep aware of the 3 day window, which will be Friday, Saturday. So it's actually like Monday. I think it's Monday. Sorry, let me just bring up my calendar. It's Monday. Sorry, it's getting there. So Monday, 6 p.m. Oh yeah, because it's Monday night. So it's actually like Monday in Australia. It's like the whole world Monday, right? Because it's sort of like Monday night my time. So it's Monday for you guys on the other side of the world. And so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So Saturday. So Friday night, Saturday, depending, Friday night on the other side of the world, Saturday morning-ish for Australia time zone-ish, you might feel a shift. And again, this is just the intuitive, energetic eye that you're going to keep a feel out for, because I feel it so strongly. I feel the 3 day windows so strongly. It's just gone 5:55 p.m. my time. Just pointing that out, because this is a big eclipse of big change. just keep an intuitive, energetic ear out, eye out, okay, for the 3-day window, which will be Friday evening, Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Saturday morning-ish. And then it'll be, so 1, 2, 3, and then it'll be Thursday, Friday. Yeah? So just being aware that these energies, like, and it's sort of like we're just, you know, if you think of like the moon in the middle and then 3 days either side, and it's like a sphere. And it's a sphere of energy that's really strong. It's reminding me of Life Purpose Legacy trainings I did today. By the way, if you're in Life Purpose Legacy, it's my inner circle, and that's where you get all access to all my courses, all ceremonies, all things that I always talk about. You just get immediate access. So if you love what I do and you want to be in the space and you don't want to miss out on anything, I definitely look at investing in the Life Purpose Legacy. It's the inner circle. You just get automatic access to everything and you don't have to worry about missing out. Was talking about the spheres of reality in the training this morning in Life Purpose Legacy, and it was like quantum physics at its depth of just, it was insane. I was just like, this just dropped so deep. So here we are at the spheres again. The moon is a sphere, or is it? I don't want to go there right now. So the moon's in the middle, and the 3-day window either side creates like a sphere, okay? And when we're dealing with energies and we're walking through things, it's like, it's literally, you feel like a pop. And this is what happens when you become really crystal clear in your intuition and you heal trauma. Trauma is the thing that blocks your intuition. And so when you heal and work on releasing bits and trauma, you become clearer and clearer. And obviously all your practices, of course, help that as well. But you start to really become acutely aware of energies around you, of all different, you know, facets of yourself that can sense different energies, and you'll sense timelines and cosmic energies and people around you and things that you're going through, and then how that all melds together, and try not to get lost in it all at the same time. No, I teach that in Trust Intuition of like how to like hold that, yeah? Yes, so grounding. So let's talk, okay, awesome. Let's talk about what to do to protect your energy over this eclipse. Beautiful way to close this off. So yeah, so grounding tomorrow. So I am here at Reality Awareness because I want to make it easy for you in your reality to not have the excuse of, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to heal. I don't have time to, no, you create the time, okay? We know that. Anything you're saying I don't have time for is an excuse to, why don't you just be honest with yourself and say, I don't want to do that right now. You're better off being honest, because honesty is the 12 divine steps to awakening your life purpose. Honesty is divine step number 1. If you're not being honest with something like that, like stop making an excuse. Every time you use an excuse, catch yourself and actually say, actually, I don't want to do that. When you say that, you're in your integrity and truth. Instead of like, I don't have time for that, or I don't have money for that, or I don't have money to invest in that. It's bullshit. You do. You're just choosing to spend it somewhere else right now. You just don't want to do the thing. Be honest. I'm talking about crystal clear intuition. You want crystal clear intuition? Be honest in every word that comes out of your mouth. Because otherwise we go into a shame spiral. Like, oh, well, I should have made time for that, and I should be meditating. Like, why don't you just own your freaking truth and say, I don't want to do that right now. Like, it's okay. And the funny thing that happens when you do that is you'll come back around and you'll be like, I want to do it now. Okay? So powerful. Divine step number 1 is honesty in awakening your life purpose. It's a thing, okay? Now, where was I? Oh, we're talking about protection. The best energetic protection is being honest with yourself. Why? Because you're in your truth. What's most powerful? Truth. Nothing can infiltrate you when you're in truth, but when you're in a shame spiral, all this energy comes in because you're just in a dark hole of like that. That's what I always say. The best form of protection is being grounded in your body. How do you be grounded in your body? You just be honest with yourself and be in your truth. I don't want to do that right now. What do you want to do? That's your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your soul. What do you want to do right now? Follow that. Okay, so things we can do to protect our energy. Number 1, follow soul. Be truthful and in integrity with yourself in everything and every word that comes out of your mouth. And on a more practical level, that's where I was going. I'm here at Reality Awareness wanting you to do it in reality and not have like, think that you need to create this big space to meditate. Like, my meditations are designed to listen to whilst you're multitasking. preferably not driving or operating heavy machinery, but doing the dishes, hanging the washing out, traveling, like, you know, if you're on a plane or something like that, like those sorts of things, definitely. Because I recommend doing them like once, so you're conscious and understand what's going on in the meditation. A lot of my meditations are guided meditations to help unlock subconscious pieces, to help activate you into your highest self. And so you can use any of the meditations that I have. So we can use internal compass, chakra clearing. We can use the crystalline chakras activations. So that's being released with the, I'll post that as well, but that's activating the crystalline structure of your energy body, so that when the crystalline activation happens in your energy, it actually acts as a container to hold more light that starts filtering through from the universal cosmic stuff, okay? So when we look at the crystalline activations, that's really their purpose, if you may. Yes, the Meet Your Dragon Spirit Guide is probably the most powerful eclipse protection energy portal one that you could definitely do. So, yeah, I'll post the crystalline chakra activations, the Meet Your Dragon Spirit Guide meditation, that's 15. The crystalline chakra activation is the whole set. It's 9 of them. It's $49, but it is the whole set. And there's training videos and how different ways you can use it as well in there. And when you watch the chakra reading for April, you'll see what I've just like released in there. It's really amazing. It's like, how did I not think of this before? I knew those readings would evolve, and I'm like, here it is. 4 months later on the stabilizing number 4. It's month 4. Like, yeah, okay. 4/4/24 today too, by the way. Super stabilizing of a new reality as we lead into the 3-day eclipse window of the freaking new solar plexus solar eclipse. I'm in chakra readings. Okay, I'm just gonna put that to the side for a minute. Okay, so grounding, of course, there is your standard, as you should be doing, taking care of your health, exercise, healthy eating. Do not underestimate the power that that has to ground and protect your energy. Why? Because you're clearer and you're in truth and integrity in looking after yourself. Huge. And then we have, you should be naturally clearing your body. So I was getting there. That's where I was getting with the meditations. So you can do many meditations, but if you feel like you don't have time, it's as simple, protecting your energy is as simple as thinking that your body is full of light, as thinking that your aura is full of light, as thinking that your house is full of light. Did you just think that your body's full of light? Did you just think that your aura is full of light? What color was it? Because you know what? You just protected your energy. See, what did that take? Like less than a second? Don't make it hard, guys. Protecting your energy. Oh, my body's full of light. Oh, my aura is full of light. Oh, my feet have got roots down into the earth. Oh, my whole house is full of light. Oh, I'm protected. See how easy and simple that is? Ding. But the best form of protection is being in your truth. Using the dragon support energy clearing, crystalline activations, activating the crystalline structure, taking care of your health. Yeah, snap. Simple, fast, quick. Don't make it hard, make it easy. Work in reality. Work with you. I think I accept stars. I think I turned that on. I would love some stars. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, may or may not come on again with some more eclipse wisdom. I've got a lot of stuff jumping through. So if you want the free first workshop, so if you're in the cyclic stuff or you just want to understand energetically unhooking from an old reality to step into a new reality, I channeled through the first workshop of Unhook Me this morning, and I decided to release it for free because when I was in it, I was like, everybody needs to know this information. I actually felt that about Life Purpose Legacy training as well, but it was so deep. I was like, no, this is just for this group for now. So if you would like to watch the free Unhook Me, just comment Unhook Me and I'll send you the first workshop. And we have your first million is being released. So if you know that you're somebody who is destined for purpose-made millions, but you struggle a bit to articulate what is even your purpose or how to put your message across through your purpose-driven work and making your first $1 million in your business, first million, your first million is for you. So comment Unhook Me or 1 million and I shall send you the details. I shall see you guys real soon. I love you.